Welcome. I want to give you an introduction to our city, the city of Fort Oglethorpe. What I hope to do here today is give you a snapshot of our city, both the past, the present, and the future. For most of you probably know this, but the city of Fort Oglethorpe is relatively new. It was incorporated in 1949. Originally, Fort Oglethorpe was established in 1902 and completed in 1904 as a military base. There was military training for the Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II. This is something that I had learned a few years ago, that it was actually in World War I. It was a prison camp for the German prisoners in World War I. I think there was approximately 4,000 prisoners at one time. It was also the army base for the WACs, the Women's Army Corps, and probably it's estimated some 50,000 WACs were trained here as part of World War II. When the war was over, the Fort Oglethorpe was closed and the town was created. The city of Fort Oglethorpe, upon being incorporated in 1949, the legislature set up a form of government with what was then called a mayor and 5 aldermen. The alderman and the mayor served terms of 4 years. They're staggered terms with a strong city manager form of government. Subsequent to that, the charter was amended and the names were changed from aldermen to council members now. And they are all elected at large. The city currently has a population of approximately 10,000 people. This was as a result of the 2010 census. The city also incorporates the Chickamauga Military Park. A lot of people don't know that, but that park is actually within the city limits of the Fort Oglethorpe. Fort Oglethorpe also is the first exit into Georgia from Tennessee, and our city is contiguous with Hamilton County, Tennessee. The city has numerous departments. We have a police department, approximately 40 officers. That would include detectives. We have a fine fire department. It has an ISO rating of 3, which is pretty good for a city our size. The city of Fort Oglethorpe is really more of a retail type business community, and as such, we depend primarily on sales tax. I would venture to say that the city of Fort Oglethorpe generates probably 60% of the sales tax in the entire county. One other note about the city of Fort Oglethorpe, it's unique in that I believe there's 3 other cities in this state that comprise more than one county. Fort Oglethorpe comprises of both Walker and Catoosa. As far as businesses are concerned, we have sales tax, as I said before, is our primary source of income, and as a result of that sales tax revenue, the city's property tax is substantially lower than most communities of comparable size. So it's a very good place to live. It's business friendly. It's tax friendly. Recently, we had this year so far 800 business license renewal of businesses in this city. Most of those are all retail. We have very little manufacturing. We do have a large hospital. It's one of the largest hospitals in this area that services all 4 adjacent counties. It's Hudson Medical Center. We also have In addition to the fire department, police department, we've got a water department. We provide water. We purchase our water from Tennessee American. We have a sewer department. We have a recreation department. We have a lot of recreation available for the public to use. We have one of the state-of-the-art swimming pools. This is a new swimming pool that was constructed about 3 years ago. It's called the Arlene Cry Pool. It cost the city more than $1 million to build this pool, and it's a very, very state-of-the-art pool. We've hosted many swim events and hope to host some state events this year. In addition to the swimming pool, we have walking trails. We have approximately 6 miles of multi-use trails. These trails span from one end of the city to the other. We have a what we call a canoe launch. This is a launch where we have the Chickamauga Creek, and we have canoeists that ride their canoes down the creek, and they can get out at our launch. We have several restaurants right there, and they can park their canoes. In fact, from Chickamauga, Georgia, a canoe ride to the city of Fort Oglethorpe takes about 4 hours. If you leave at 8, you can arrive at 12 and go to the local restaurants at this canoe launch. We have ball fields. These ball fields have been recently renovated. They're located at Barnhart Circle. There's 5 of them. We host numerous state tournaments, the Rick Honeycutt World Series, and we also have a Fort Oglethorpe Rec Association, which is responsible for all of the ball tournaments, including basketball. The Gilbert Stevenson Park surrounds our new swimming pool. It's a very, very large park for the public. Many picnic tables. There's new pavilions there, and we have a lot of people that visit this facility on a daily basis, and it's one of the most popular parks in the area. We have historic Barnhart Circle, which was a part of the original post. We have the 6th Cavalry Museum, and for some of you that may not know, this is the home of the 6th Cavalry that were here in World War I and World War II. And we have a museum there with various uniforms and weapons and things of the past. And also we have the Chickamauga National Military Park. Is one of the bloodiest sites for the Civil War. It's one of the second bloodiest battle that occurred during the Civil War. That park is surrounded completely by the city and is part of the city. And there's many visitors that visit that on a daily basis. Also, as part of their visits, they tour the 6th Cavalry Museum here inside the old part of the city, and then go into the military park and visit their museum also. In addition to the various departments, recreations, and things like that that we offer the public, we also have accommodations for the seniors. We have an association that meets weekly. It's called Seniors and Friends. A lot of activities go on there weekly, and it's very popular in the community for the seniors. As it relates to the future and the aspirations of the mayor and council of this city, and I think the public too, we have 2 large corridors that service the city, of which is all pretty much commercial, and we hope to see a lot of growth in the future for that. There's a lot of excitement that's occurred here in this city in the past 2 years or 3 years. We've had a new Cabela's just recently opened, and we had a Costco's We had a new shopping center within the past year that's opened here. So there's a lot of growth, a lot of excitement. We now have liquor by the drink. We've been able to lure a number of fine dining restaurants into the city. There will be additional restaurants locating here to accommodate the ones that we currently have. The city most recently was awarded a $3 million grant for Highway 27 Lafayette Road, which is the gateway to the park. This will involve a substantial amount of streetscaping that will accommodate the entrance to the military park. I would expect the growth of this city to continue. It's on a daily basis. We have business inquiries as to location. We have shifted our emphasis on the infrastructure and have prioritized the infrastructure as far as water and sewer. We have many different water and sewer projects underway today as I speak, and I expect to have additional ones within the very, very near future so as we can accommodate any and all the growth in this area. And I think that the prospects for the future is very, very good in this city, primarily because we're business friendly. You're able to locate here without a substantial amount of tax, and so it's very good for the community. And in addition, one of the draws that we really have here for our retail is that our sales tax is substantially less than the Tennessee, which is just a few miles away. So we would encourage any new businesses to make an inquiry here. Be glad to try to accommodate you in any way we can. In addition to any business inquiries, we would invite all of the citizens to come to our meetings. My name's Ron Goulart. I'm the city manager. My office door is always open. I'm available by phone or in person. We have council meetings the second and fourth Monday of each month at 6 p.m. here at City Hall. Now, City Hall is a rather large complex here for a city our size. Not only do we house City Hall, we have other state departments that are located, so it's almost a one-stop shop for your needs. Again, my name's Ron Goulart. I'm the city manager for the city of Fort Oglethorpe, and I want to thank you very much for your time for viewing this.